What is up, YouTube? Frosted Hobidon here, and today I'm back with another reaction video for all of you. And it's been a while since I've done one of these reactions to Nostalgia Critic. I'm sorry to keep y'all waiting. I've been very busy and still am to this day. There's no rest for me. I don't get any rest. So we're going to do a reaction video to Nostalgia Critic's Batman Returns. I said we're going to focus on DC related reviews for the Nostalgia Critic for the DC universe, just as hype up for the new DC extended universe when it comes to Nostalgia Critic. Plus, it keeps you guys entertained. My thoughts on it. This is Batman Returns. This is the follow-up from Batman '89. So it's been a while since I saw this movie, but it's always great to see a review of this. Plus, Nostalgia Critic's a lot of fun. Also, if you haven't checked out this video, I have a link in the description down below, so go check it out for yourself, and then you can come back and see my reaction to it. With that said, without further ado, let's get on to the reaction, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go.
This episode brought to you by DoorDash, the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door.
Alrighty. Now, this is an old one. I still try to keep up with other Nostalgia Critic videos. Doug and Bob Walker. Alright, Doug, what you got for us?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. It's the week of Christmas in 2020. What holiday film best connects with this year?
Oh, I paused it at the right moment there. Oh man, 2020. That's not a not a good year. We don't want to remember. I paused it at the right time.
Might be too happy.
Yeah, pretty much. Batman Returns.
Released in summer of 1992, Batman Returns was Tim Burton's sequel to his record-breaking
This happened 2 years
Batman
ago.
in 1989. Well, folks were excited to see it. The reaction afterwards was something like this. People didn't know what to make of it. They were certainly expecting something dark, but this... Yikes. Toy companies, especially McDonald's Happy Meals, panicked because parents were so pissed off something so demented and unpleasant was being marketed to kids. Why can't we go back to more innocent times of Terminator, RoboCop, and Alien toys? You moron! Yeah. Since then, people haven't really known what to make of this film. Naturally, it has its fans and its haters, but most people I talk to put it in the I don't want to think about it because I don't know what to think about it category. Does it make you stronger watching it? Does it make you weaker watching it? I don't know. It just clearly does something. So naturally, I think this is the perfect film to look over this holiday season. Let's celebrate Christmas the most appropriate way I can think of. This is Batman Returns. We see Pee-wee's Playhouse has changed since he entered the 1%, but his freaky
Pee-wee Playhouse. Oh wow. Also, I just learned they made a children's book of this movie when I was in Books A Million, when I was going to the movies.
Occupants have not. For his wife gives birth to a bouncing baby abomination, which honestly is about as good as a Pee-wee birth can go in my opinion.
Herman.
Thankfully, they had a baby cage ready. I'll assume that's an item the rich have. But he finishes off his cat food and they decide to give him up for adoption or bridge. That's another option.
Wow.
Well, I'm in the Christmas spirit. Merry Christmas from Kenner. You know, this really should have been a Disney film. It would have gotten a G. He floats through the sewers and is intercepted by penguins. Yes, that will be the most normal part of the story. And we cut to years later where Gotham City is having their massive-ish lighting of the tree. About to attend this event is Christopher Walken playing business mogul Max Schreck. Named after the
Who the
actor
heck
from
is-
Nosferatu, not a DreamWorks energy drink. And I gotta say, in most
Max
films, he
Schreck.
brings
Is that a
80,
real DC
maybe
character?
90% walk into a role. But this flick, he brings 100% walk in.
I believe
Everything
it.
he says sounds like an impression of himself.
That's not growth. That's a mild swelling.
I could hand out more than just expensive baubles.
Bruce, shame on you. Selena.
Yawn.
Come on now.
Yes.
You could literally change the character's name to Christopher Walken and nobody would bat an eye.
How
Yeah,
industrious.
it's basically he's just playing
He's
himself at
proposing
this
a new
point.
power plant that I think a 3-year-old designed. So he can obtain, well,
More power.
Pretty
I
much.
have a suggestion.
Michelle Pfeiffer plays Selena Kyle, a dorky secretary who may be a power plant specialist. Am I the only one driven nuts? We never hear her suggestion.
Afraid we haven't properly housebroken Ms. Kyle.
Hey, fuck you, buddy!
Dad, Mr. Mayor, it's time to go down and bring joy to the masses.
Oh my god, we found the only other actor bringing more Walken than Walken to the role. Andrew Briniarski, Zangief from the Street Fighter movie. Because this
Really
film
now?
clearly wasn't weird enough.
I-
Plays Max's son,
that's,
Chip.
That's
I
weird.
honestly have no idea why he's a character in this. You could cut him out and not miss a thing. I just
Pretty
love
much.
that he does an impression of Walken straight to his face throughout the entire movie.
Dad, you buy that blurry business? Time to go down and bring joy to the masses.
Dad, go! Save yourself! Dad, go!
Walken, the whole film, has a look like,
What's with that voice? It sounds weird. Tim, tell him to stop being weird.
while making a speech, the circus comes to town and attacks the crowd. I have to admit, I love that all it takes for the cops to call Batman is one of their cars being dented.
What are you waiting for? The signal?
Sir, we have a SWAT team coming in. Look, for some reason we suck at fighting clowns. He's good at fighting clowns. Let him fight clowns.
Pretty
The
much,
signal
yeah.
is reflected in the
Well,
Wayne
Tim,
Manor
this is what
Library,
Commissioner
which
Gordon
looks
was
cool,
reduced to.
but what was the excuse he had for
I
setting that
never
up?
understood that either.
Mr. Wayne, you want giant reflectors to shine the bat signal into your library, which you'll presumably be in all the time?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Batman arrives, and I guess this is as
Yeah,
good a time as
pretty
any to
much
talk
described
about
it.
the whole Batman killing thing. Some people have very
Yeah.
strict rules about Batman, like he doesn't carry guns and he doesn't kill, despite him doing both several times in the past.
Yeah, pretty much he has done so in the comics. I'm not going to ignore that. But I still like a Batman who does not kill because it's just what I grew up with. I didn't know he actually used guns back then. He did kill people back then. Now yeah, we can't have these heroes killing people. Despite only in movies, only in live action movies, they have the superheroes break their no kill code and kill the bad guys. Almost every superhero kills their villains and get their villains killed off, which probably explains why writers are not being creative to use old characters because oh wait, we killed that character off. Can't use them in the future. It's the problem with DC and Marvel in the MCU.
My personal take is, do whatever matches the version. Would Conroy or Bale kill people? No, with the exception of bullshit loopholes.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Real
Yeah, that-
humanitarian.
yeah, that,
With Keaton and
that
Affleck?
loophole.
Abso-friggin-lutely. Affleck maybe going for a few too many gold stars in that department.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman would kill people in a hilarious ways. Ben Affleck's Batman in the Snyderverse would absolutely kill people. Even though this scene right here is a dream state, because Zack Snyder was very inspired by Injustice, the video games, because fans always focus on Batman fighting Superman, and Batman always wins. And I'm sick and tired of that argument. Like they always say Superman will never win, even though Superman can win. It's just that people are always worshiping Batman all the time, and it's getting really old. And you wonder why I say people don't worship Batman all the time? Well, they have too many movies of Batman and not enough movies for other superheroes. Batman has the most movies when it comes to superheroes.
Should he kill? No. Would he kill? Probably. I mean, people are on fire. You think this Batman's gonna be like, all right, better get out of the car and knock the guy out, get back in the car and make sure everyone is safely subdued? No, that would have cost like 5 civilians. Light that bitch. Also, I'll bring up what nobody does. When Batman kills somebody in the Burton films, it's hilarious.
Yes.
If you're not
Wow.
laughing at these, you clearly need this sign before watching.
Oh,
Clown takes Selina hostage, thus Batman telepathically summons the proper tool.
The Batman. Or is it just Batman?
Do I look like that Twilight fop to you? Hey Frank, you know what this alley needs?
Wow.
What? A face. Okay. Shrek is kidnapped and taken to an abandoned zoo. Can't imagine why this place didn't stay in business. It looks so welcoming. And he comes across the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito.
I believe the word you're looking for is...
I believe the majority of this film's problems are around this one character. I mean, Batman's still cool, Catwoman's still cool, even Walken impersonating Walken is still cool, but this character is written as an absolute monster, but is directed like we're supposed to have some sympathy for him.
Yeah.
Poor DeVito does an amazing job trying to pull off both, but...
Oh wow, that's a weird frame that I had to stop by. I didn't want to see him talk with his mouth full. Danny DeVito's Penguin, the Batman the Animated Series, they were inspired by this movie, and when they made the Penguin, they were inspired by this version, but they had to tone it down, the creepiness and the scariness in this one for the animated series, and then they changed him to be more on par with his classic Golden Age design. Danny DeVito is a great actor, but he's having trouble trying to balance this character, depending on how Tim Burton wants these characters to be.
But it's kind of like taking a disgusting villain like Baron Harkonnen from Dune and saying we're supposed to feel bad for him like Ramesses from Prince of Egypt. You gotta go for one or the other.
Tragic irony or poetic justice? You tell me.
We'll go more into that in a bit, but for now, he tells Shrek he wants to ascend into society, and if he doesn't lend him a hand, he'll lend him one.
How's Fred Atkins, your old partner?
He's good.
Hiya, Max, remember me? I'm Fred's hand.
I always like to assume that's
Wow.
not Fred's hand, and they just assumed he killed him, so they pulled a hand off another dead person. They just so happened to guess right. He doesn't even flinch when he shakes it as a joke. That's the face of a guy who's held a lot of dead body parts.
Yeah. I mean, he is a
Back
villain,
in the office,
so
Selina
I'm gonna be
comes across
surprised he
some
has a sketchy
incriminating evidence
backstory.
showing that Shrek wants to use the power plant to suck power from the city, not generate it. Again, I know it makes me a sick asshole, but this scene's hilarious.
Huh?
How's it going there for a second,
You
huh?
really frightened me.
I feel like that's just how Christopher Walken would tell a joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Honestly, I really underestimated the
Wow.
humor in this movie watching it again. As a kid, watching
some
her be
funny
brought
moments
back to life by alley
the
cats
universe
and
it
have a
fits in.
mental breakdown was pretty fucked up, but as an adult,
Yeah.
it's still fucked up, but it's really funny.
Yes, it is.
Stuffing the toys
Okay.
down the garbage disposal, spray painting her dollhouse, even the ad about winning the boss's affection from the company owned by the boss who tried to kill her.
Then your boss will be
It's
asking
hilarious.
you to stay after work for a candlelight staff meeting for two, exclusively at Shrek's department.
I feel bad for her, but it's really friggin' hilarious.
It is.
Pfeiffer,
What was the
honestly,
purpose
like
of that?
everyone, finds that perfect balance of tragedy, but also hamming it up. Look at those faces she makes. She plays crazy great, but you're also kind of giggling at it too. I also love how this raincoat is supposed to somehow cover her entire body, and I don't sew, but I think these thimbles are a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I don't know
Pretty
about
much.
you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier.
Just as Catwoman is on the rise, the Penguin is too, staging a rescue of the mayor's baby. You gotta love this convincing performance.
No! It's the hideous penguin man. Here, take the baby. Just don't hurt me, please.
He didn't spend 3 weeks at Matthew Broderick's community theater for nothing.
All I want in return is a chance to find my mom and dad.
Mr. Wayne, something wrong?
No.
That was code for please help me with this tree. I'm like a million and you're literally Batman. Douche.
There
At
it
first,
is.
Bruce is taken by the Penguin story, but upon more research, he finds he may have a more dangerous background. Also, because of this movie, I know Vichyssoise is supposed to be cold.
Cold. It's Vichyssoise, sir. It's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be cold.
Oh, isn't it?
It's supposed.
He discovers the
Okay,
Penguin
stop.
might have been involved with a
Stop.
bunch of child disappearances in the past.
Missing children in several towns. Police have closed down.
Red Triangle's fairgrounds.
You hear that, kids? You think Batman saved all the children at the end, but there's God knows how many little bodies in the Penguin's backlog. Merry Christmas from Play-Doh.
Wow, that
Looks
is
like the
dark.
Penguin is already up to his old trick,
again,
saying he
like I
wants
said
the Hall
before,
of
this is a
Records to
Tim Burton.
find his parents, but uses it to look up all of Gotham's firstborn sons.
Are you concerned about that strange, heroic penguin person?
I think he knows who his parents are.
Sir, you don't have to do that voice in front of me. I know who you are. Douche. Penguin does eventually find his parents, continuing to win the people over.
Penguin forgives parents. I'm fully at peace with myself and the world.
He's like a frog that became a friend.
No, he's more like a penguin.
I have no joke. I just love how stupid that line is.
Yeah, me
Catwoman
me
also
too.
makes some progress,
It was
testing
stupid.
out her fighting moves on a mugger.
Thanks,
I saw you first. Give me your wallet.
You make it so easy, don't you?
That's
Always waiting for some bad man to save you.
Hypocrite much?
Pretty
You really
much.
should try being dropped.
I got a quick question. What are your thoughts on this Catwoman costume? It's iconic and stay true to the classics of the Catwoman design. Nowadays, when it comes to movies, when we're making Catwoman costume, it gets very, very lazy. The movie theater, movie films companies, they don't know how to make a comic book accurate Catwoman design. Tim Burton's look is most iconic. It's weird because it's a sad day when cosplayers and conventions can make better costumes than movie theaters.
From a tall building,
movie
it set
companies,
me
you know
on
what
the
I mean,
straight
not
and
movie
narrow.
theaters. I'm not my gameplay.
Even after a nasty fall and a psychotic breakdown, she still shows up to her job. That's just a good work ethic.
Selena.
That's my name, Maximilians. Don't wear it out or I'll make you buy me a new one.
What I like is Bruce has clearly seen her before. He even slips up and says he remembers her.
Yeah, we've met.
Have we?
I mistook me for somebody else.
You mean mistook me?
But it's not until she looks and acts completely bonkers that he's suddenly like, say, you look like you wear black leather to cope too.
I remember the time I forgot to wear my underpants to school, and the name of the boy who noticed was Ricky Friedberg. He's dead now.
Well, they say you can put your dick in crazy, but I don't sense any drama out of her.
Women. Nothing surprises me, Chip. Except your late mother.
Wait, Mother's dead? I got a penguin to see. Speaking of which, Shrek surprises Penguin with his bright idea of having him run for mayor. Now you might be thinking who's gonna vote for a monstrous, sex-hungry maniac who abuses people. What am I talking about? He's overqualified. Just
Pretty
look
much.
at how he handles people who make fun of him.
My nose could be gushing blood.
Oh, God.
Merry Christmas from Diet Coke.
That's still
Shrek
gross.
convinces him to be mayor as he can use his henchmen to drive the current mayor into a chaotic frenzy.
Burn, baby, burn!
Hashtag 2020.
Pretty much. Literally.
Hey parents, McDonald's here. We know you were upset with the Happy Meal toys we had for the new movie Batman Returns. Well, we're happy to announce we've updated our toys to be more authentic to the film you saw. It's the Batman Returns Toys Redux.
My favorite is the penguin after he just bit someone's nose off. It's so bloody and disturbing, I hope to never sleep tonight.
My favorite is Catwoman after she went insane and got shot 4 times trying to seek vengeance. I hope I'm that mentally unstable when I grow up.
My favorite is the circus train carrying lots of little boys like me to their watery graves. I'm terrified, but I'm told to smile for the commercial, so yay!
Your kids will love them. And we're not just saying that because our founder is Batman. And if you're still unsatisfied, don't worry. The following 2 films will gladly sacrifice art so your little pipsqueaks can have something to play with while eating chicken McNuggets. McDonald's. Yes, you can blame us for Batman and Robin.
Really? Okay.
Nah, must have just nodded off for a sec. Probably one of those sex dreams I've read about. The symbolism's very disturbing.
And we're back. As Penguin said, he unleashes
really
his
off my
goons
game
on the
today.
city to blow up stores, steal valuable goods,
Wow.
tap people's heads.
Monsters!
But thankfully, Batman was out
Ninja
doing some
Turtle
bat shopping.
reference?
Maybe he was going to the bat
the
store.
tapping people's
Wait,
heads
that was
part.
gonna be a thing in this movie? They actually built that?
Really?
Huh. Maybe they had a line of credit and they called it I'm not digging up old wounds. I bet this effect will age great.
This was hilarious.
Seamless.
Perfect.
Meanwhile, Catwoman tears apart one of Shrek's department stores, and again, give Pfeiffer credit for learning how to use a whip and apparently doing all these stunts herself. Years later, she even found her old whip and showed off she still has the moves.
Needs a little TLC.
Oh, wow.
That shouldn't be turning me on. Maybe it should. Either way, it's turning me on.
She knows how to use it.
I didn't know Batman needed exciting rounding the corner music, but it sounds very nice. Piss off, Wilhelm. Mimi!
Okay.
He approaches the Penguin, but their meetup is quickly
That
interrupted.
smirk is hilarious.
She's thinking, ah, shit. Came across the only people who wouldn't be weirded out by any of this. They have themselves a little fight, and honestly, this is so silly. I can't help but love it.
How could you? I'm a woman.
I'm sorry, Oh, we'll see if I help you open a jar anytime soon!
In the Batman the Animated Series, I like how Batman fights Red Claw. And he goes, Red Claw? A woman? And she goes, you have a problem with that? Batman's response, not at all. I'm an equal opportunity crime fighter. He doesn't matter what gender you are. He fights you equal. Criminals are all equal to him.
The man behind the bed. That's not you. There you are.
At first I found it weird that Batman would actually be attracted to this, but like the killing thing, just because he shouldn't doesn't mean he wouldn't. I mean, look at these two and tell me they wouldn't attract one another.
Yeah.
She gets away, but not without leaving her mark.
Alfred, bring me some antiseptic ointment, would you?
Oh, sorry, sir. I can't understand you unless you whisper in the bat suit like you did before. Bite me, Joffrey. Penguin announces his candidacy for mayor in the most ewy way possible.
Where a button? Let me just get it on there.
And Catwoman makes her way to him, proposing that they team up to take out Batman.
It's chilly in here.
I'll warm you.
Down, Oswald.
Calm down there, Quentin.
Check it out. We're gonna disassemble his Batmobile and turn it into an H-bomb on wheels.
Kinda curious how he got the plans for that.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How did he get the blueprints for the Batmobile? I know it was a reference. I know the Batman Animated Series made a reference. They had a better way of how they planned that, but this one, how did he pull that off? Where did he get the blueprints from?
Are you sure you want to eBay these?
He wouldn't help me with the tree. He spat out my soup. He does his bat voice at random. I'm done with the son of a bitch.
Okay. I know plenty of people who'd be interested in this.
Get a good price and I'll throw in some shark repellent.
What?
Catwoman eats his bird, which apparently she really did. I'd like to think I'm prompted. And they get the idea to frame.
She actually did do that.
And Bruce go on a date and discuss their past relationships.
Hey, girlfriend?
No, had one, didn't work. See, Vicky thought...
Vicky? Ice skater or stewardess?
Well, that's what she is now. I ruined her career after dumping me.
The Ice Princess has been kidnapped.
They're interrupted, though, when they discover Gotham's mascot, the Ice Princess, has been kidnapped by the Penguin.
Can you confirm for us the reports we're hearing of Batman's suspected involvement in the abduction?
This evidence is purely circumstantial.
But just in case, we're not running the bat signal. They both take off, which is great when you realize they're just gonna meet up again to fight each other. But what's even better is Bruce putting together why his usual excuse won't work.
I thought I had to go to town. Tell her there's a big business deal came up or something.
I've just got to go out of town on business for a few days.
You lied to me about leaving town.
No, you know what? Let her know that none of them gonna dumb be my girlfriend.
Tell her I'm Batman. I don't care. I gotta go. A drawbridge opens up and he takes a bat suit off one of the bat hangers. Because Schumacher directed for a minute. And he tries to search for the Ice Princess during the tree relighting, which surprisingly wasn't canceled due to a kidnapping. He locates her, but finds Catwoman is awaiting his arrival.
Eat floor. High fiber.
Okay, fine, with 2 minutes that Schumacher directed. The princess is dropped from a building looking like Batman pushed her and bats are released on the crowd. But look on the plus side.
I want to know, where did he get bats in those trees?
I wonder if Wonder Woman has this problem.
Does Wonder Woman even exist in this universe?
Be deadly if you eat it.
Who decorates an antenna? Jesus, no wonder he couldn't save the princess. He's been walking around with that stuffed up his ass the whole time.
Let's consummate
I mean,
a fiendish union.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Penguin celebrates their framing, but he proposes a little too much, and Catwoman swipes left.
You lousy minx, and I don't think I like you anymore.
Penguin hooks a helicopter onto her, but she breaks free. Is her suit made out of adamantium? How many falls has she survived? And things are made worse when the Penguin's goon seizes control of the Batmobile via remote control. Oh, yeah. How come the cops only show up when a Batman's driving? He eventually gets control back and transforms into a bat penis to escape. The next day, Penguin makes a speech to continue to win the people over.
Did the mayor have a plan? No! He relied on a man! A Batman!
I'm asking you to vote for a Birdman! But not that Birdman! That is also
please
Batman!
don't bring that up.
They fan service all the crybabies that bitched about Vicky Vale in the first one.
Who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave? I'm sitting there working, and I turn around. There she is. Oh, hi, Vic. Come on in.
He was confessing. She figured it out. How many millionaires can vanish out the window? Whatever. And he plays audio of the Penguin cursing the people he recorded the previous night.
I'll take care of the squealing, wretched, pinhead puppets of Gotham.
Remember the days when that could ruin your career as a politician?
I played this snake
Yeah, I remember. That's mostly people on Twitter.
in city like a harp from
They'll take
hell.
anything and then ruin you.
Fake news? Oh, that's all it took? All right, cool. All right.
Fake news?
Oh, why is there always someone who brings lettuce and tomatoes to a speech?
Why is there always someone who brings eggs and tomatoes to a speech?
Because you're a cartoon. I don't know. He escapes back to his
I don't take
hideout
it
where he
seriously.
continues his original plan, gathering all of Gotham's firstborn sons to drown them. And if you're wondering why firstborn sons, it's because in the original script, Shrek and Penguin were supposed to be brothers. Him being the abandoned firstborn and Shrek being the prosperous secondborn. Which would have been pretty interesting in my opinion, but it was cut, so the firstborn thing is kind of random.
And we will snatch them, carry them into the sewer, and toss them into a deep, dark, watery grave.
Merry Christmas from the Batman Returns gumball dispenser. Bruce is given an invite to Shrek's Masquerade Ball. Yes, that's really what they call it, and yes, I am insanely jealous of that pun. As he fixes the Batmobile.
May we RSVP in the resoundingly negative?
Not interested.
Of course you.
Selena Kyle might be there.
This is why Superman works alone. He sees Selena at the party behind Red Death. That's a nice touch. And they follow through on their kinda excuses.
Listen, I'm sorry about yesterday, but I had a pretty big deal come through. Fall through action.
Did he just make a joke about a woman falling to her death?
Pretty big deal.
Wow.
Come through.
I did not notice that.
Fall through action.
Again, must be this sick. Everyone in the film is great, but Pfeiffer really does knock it out of the park with scenes like this, where literally in a head turn she goes from crying to laughing.
I don't know anymore, Bruce.
She went from crying to laughing. How is that possible?
They eventually put together their secret
I mean,
identities,
it is
but it's
possible.
interrupted by
I
the
mean, I'm just
Penguin,
saying.
who kidnaps Shrek
It's
again
just
and reveals his
mental
evil
state.
plan.
Right now, my troops are fanning out across town for your children. Yes.
Oh.
You hear that, Commissioner? I still feel like this is a Batman thing. But they have an incredibly slow-moving, brightly colored train. We didn't even stop the Joker when he announced where he was going to be. Let him fight the clowns! I'm Loopy! Batman does exactly that, and
Of course.
I guess that's the end of that plot thread. Not entirely sure why that was in the movie at all. And he moves on to Plan B, blow up Gotham with penguins. It's a weird
Blow
film.
up Gotham with
The liberation of Gotham has begun!
He whips out the Bat ski boat, which really must have been exciting. I mean, how many times is a Bat ski boat gonna be the answer? And they jam the Penguin
he has a
signal,
lot of
turning them
fun
around.
vehicles, but
This
like,
film's
it's
full
for
of
the toys.
anticlimaxes, isn't it? I would have paid good money to see Batman punch penguins. I can't even say that without laughing. He drops the Penguin into the water because everybody has to fall in this movie, and he confronts Catwoman, who's confronting Shrek.
Let's just take him to the police. What does it say? Split. Right down the center.
I love you so much, I take off my mascara for you in between shots.
I just couldn't live with myself.
Selena chooses vengeance over love, leading to easily the best line in the movie.
Selena Kyle. You're fired.
Really?
Wouldn't it be great if she just left after that? Oh, fire. Oh. It's pretty clear Max has to die after Batman's revealed, and that's exactly what happens when Selina whips out the taser from before and combines it with the electricity behind him.
Bruce, shame on you.
Oh, and the Penguin can really hold his breath a long time.
A cool drink of ice water.
Merry Christmas from the Golden Book Collection! What were we thinking?
Pretty much. That shot of him on the ground was just disturbing, and wow. Big fat penguin was on the ground. It was just weird looking.
Leads to, well, this scene. The Penguins come out and give him a funeral march without opposable thumbs and bury him in the water.
Yeah, this one was weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Arthur, is this a warm moment, or should we be disturbed?
Both.
No shit. Danny Elfman's music is beautiful, but what tender scenes am I supposed to look back on to make me miss him?
Let me get it on there.
Nope, not that one. No, not that one either. Oh, that's not a keeper.
Nope.
I want to find out who I am by finding my parents.
Okay, all right. Him wanting to belong to society. I can feel bad about that. Oh, wait, that was a ploy to find more kids to kill, and he was faking all of this.
I think he knows who his parents are.
Bridge it is! I'll miss you? Mary! Oh, just pretend we're Nightmare Before Christmas. Bruce swears he sees Selina on the way back, but it appears to only be her cat.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Wayne.
Goodwill toward men. And women.
Yep, I wanted to be equal.
Yeah.
The film ends with the bat signal being lit and Catwoman
yeah,
staring up at
totally.
it, and fun fact, this was actually a last-minute addition. Mostly because audiences wanted to slit the wrist after watching this movie. I think that was a good add-on.
Yeah.
Batman Returns has a lot of flaws, mostly, like I said, around the Penguin character, which is strange because the elements are there to make him sympathetic. They just needed to take out that every other second he was trying to kill kids thing that went nowhere. You could have had it where he just wanted to belong to society, but then the corruption of the human world doomed him. There was a Batman the Animated Series episode that kind of did that. But making him such a constant blood-hungry monster just made the message confusing, and not in a complicated way, just a very clumsy way. Aside from that, though, yes, it is silly and all over the place, but it's also visually stunning, well-acted, and hilariously demented. Some of these plot threads even pop up in Mask of the Phantasm. The idea of Batman being framed and losing someone you love to vengeance. Even flashing the signal at the end, despite I don't think Batman's name was ever officially cleared in either version. If you just accepted as Tim Burton going all out, given a blank check, just doing whatever he wants, there is kind of a joy in how miserable it is. It's just so crazy and so brooding and so in-your-face unpleasant, you can't help but laugh at it. And I think that was the idea for the most part. I know it has its problems, but I can't help but love it for going all the way in on being so dark. If you're in the mood for a twisted Christmas film that's just barely a Christmas film by every definition, this is certainly the one to check out.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you be?
Not a bad
It's been that
film.
kind of year. All sorts of misery and chaos resulting in a huge mess. Barely even feels like Christmas when you consider what everybody's been through. But in a strange way, that's almost kind of comforting. We've all gone through something together. Everybody has felt some form of sacrifice. Some have lost very little, others have lost a great deal. Even if you're one of the lucky ones who didn't get the worst of it, it's hard not to think of the people who did. But we get through it. That's what humanity is good at, getting through stuff,
That is
surviving, finding a way to press on. We always find a way. We work with it. So, whatever path you find and whatever way you work with it, have the best holiday you can. Keep confident, stay strong, and be creative. Those are the things worth celebrating because those are the things that get us through so much.
Same.
Merry Christmas to you all. We wish you nothing but the best.
Nice.
He's like a frog that became a friend.
Nah, he's more like a penguin.
Well, that was Batman Returns by Nostalgia Critic. Next up, we'll do the next DC film, animated film would be Batman Forever. Oh boy, Batman Forever is the next one. Oh man, I need a lot of strength to help me on that one. Well, alright, anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos along the way. I'm hoping for better videos to help you be more entertained than this. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day. Take care, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later and make sure to wash your hands. Take care, guys. Special shout out to my following Patreons: Mario L. Lorobius, Jay the Real McCoy, Gato Ulof, Daniel, Zach Cow, Bossmaker, Levin Punzel, Curtis Wildcat, and Matthew Hensley. I appreciate your support. You guys are amazing, and if you guys want to be a member, you know what to do. Follow the description of being a Patreon member. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
And I am not taking down that tweet or acknowledging that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists! We'll see who cancels who!
Wait a second. Shouldn't it be who cancels whom?
Fuck you!